Hello, welcome back. I want to thank you to my subscribers, to all that like, share, comment cleanly. I'm just eating some nuts, a mixed bag of nuts. It's really good. Back when I was doing my fasting, when I decided to eat something, whether it be a piece of dark chocolate or almond, especially almonds, all worlds, I would get this reaction, and not a negative one. It was like a chemical reaction that was happening with my body and my spiritual side, and it would activate certain things within me, and it was amazing. I still occasionally have that, but I haven't been doing my fasting. I've been eating regular meals, and I still allow myself to process instead of just piling more and more food on. But I'm not fasting at this time, which I have been urged to do by my spiritual guides. But I'm just enjoying some almonds, cashews, walnuts. Reminds me a little bit actually when I was younger. You know, like at Christmas or whatever, and they had the platter, and then you'd have that like nutcracker thing for the walnuts. Or it's a bit of nostalgia. Anyways, do you ever have this weird sensation where it feels like somebody's kind of battling you, but you didn't engage with that? You didn't agree to it? You didn't say that you're okay with it? They just like an endless supply of this fucking animosity towards you, and you're like, why does it keep fighting me? I don't understand. Now, I know there's some sort of like exchange there. The more you focus on that, instead of just ignoring it and letting it go, it's almost like giving them what they want. But it's also confusing to me, because when you don't want to fight anybody, if you don't want conflict and there's no reason for it, yet this other person or people seem to constantly be coming at you, or maybe they just want to challenge you, or whatever it is, ultimately it comes down to attention. They want your attention. They want your energy. They want something from you. Good catch. It's a little bit annoying. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, I do the 13 zodiacs. Pardon me for eating, but I would like to eat these nuts. Leo. Okay? These are the original 13 before they changed it and dropped a ficus to the 12th zodiac and changed the calendar. Now, Leo, if you're experiencing this, if you are in a combative mood, or maybe somebody's battling you, I understand fully how you feel. I can empathize with that. And this I found interesting too. And it depends on what spot you put it. It literally does connect, almost like a magnet, and it just like stays there. And I think the more you concentrate and focus, sounds weird. Maybe that's why I'm eating nuts. But it's fun. It's fun to be childlike too. Just experiment with stuff. So yeah, if you're dealing with somebody right now, Leo, I understand what you're going through, but it's not worth your energy to get into anything with anybody else. Or if this is what you are doing for somebody else, so they'll pay attention to you. I'm not judging you for it, but mind you, you can give yourself what you need. You don't need the attention of somebody else. If they are not paying attention to you right now, Leo, there's a reason for it, and you need to just let it be. All right. Now, if there is some sort of responsibility, on the other hand, that they are not participating in, that they probably should be, in accordance with however things work here in this 3D matrix, then yeah, okay, you can try to get their attention for that. Maybe they have some duties they need to follow through with, or maybe they have responsibilities or something like that. That I understand. But if you just want their attention, to get their attention, that's a whole other thing. And I would personally, in my opinion, just let that be. Okay, we got the moon energy, that which is to be seen. There's certain things that you could be not divulging or saying. I think you're over any kind of heartache. We got the 3 swords in reverse, okay? So what is yet to come out into light? You could be aware of this. Maybe other people are not aware of it. This could be things that were hidden from you. This could be a means of reason for the Three of Swords energy. So you could not be in this energy right now. You're not brokenhearted or anything like that. You've let that go. But there may be reasons behind it that you're not aware of. There could have been something in your past that transpired. And this is something that your ancestors are guiding you to heal from. Or this is a cycle that you need to... I wouldn't say focus on, but you need to get some clarity for it. So if somebody has left or you've left, there's no real reason you should want their attention. And if they're trying to get your attention, you're clearly not interested. You're not interested in it at all. If you have responsibilities or something that you need to take care of, then please do so, especially if it involves children or something like that. Maybe legal documents, maybe something. I think you realized your happiness, you're moving forward. Not too worried about maybe what other people are hiding, but it may very well come into play in the future. This could have to do with your third eye chakra too, and your heart. Ace of Swords coming up, kind of like a little bit in between. Came over top of my handwritten cards. So you got the Ace of Swords. Usually I don't read it like that, but you're kind of maybe in the middle of whether or not you want to say something, or if you want to clarify something, or if you want to speak some sort of truth between you and whoever this is that you're dealing with. I think you want to speak the truth. I think you want to tell them the truth, or maybe tell them what's been hidden. Because it could be weighing a little bit on your conscience, or your conscience, sorry. Your earlier efforts. Whatever was done previously, I think you're realizing that it either was or was not worth it. Okay? So if things need to change, if you need to start speaking the truth and saying what you need to say, then please do so. It's funny, I recently found a coin. It was in the drain of where I was. And on it, I kind of want to pause this to show you guys. Maybe somebody will know what this is, because I don't know what it is. Hold on, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to get the coin. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the coin that I found. If you know what this is, please leave a comment down below, because I don't know. So it's got a shield on the front of it, and it has the number 100. It's a little bit damaged from chemicals, so there, you can kind of see it. And then on the front of it, when I first picked this up, the first thing that came to my third eye was the Ace of Swords. So that'd be like speaking the truth. And then I also got a bit of like the self-healing, like the medical with the wings there. But if you know what this coin is, I don't quite know what it's made out of, but obviously whatever chemicals touched it has an impact on it. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below, because I thought it was really interesting. We have a collection here at the house of all different coins. If you have a coin that you want to send me, by all means, please do so. But we are collecting, hopefully for our grandson and Andy's children, soon to be my stepchildren. Maybe it'll be worth value. Maybe not so much this one, but the other ones we have, we know are worth value. So we can pass that on to them for their future. If you know what it is, please let me know. But this is exactly what it reminds me of. So you could be finding some hidden truth, or there's some hidden truth that needs to be spoken. And whatever it is, I mean, yeah, sometimes the truth's going to hurt some people's feelings, but it depends how far along on their journey they are. So however much they've healed, it's going to hurt less. Because most of them may even know what the truth is. Past life oracle card, please and thank you for Leo. Like they may even already know. You just need to speak it. And it's really important you do so at this time. Authority figure. So you're at some sort of standpoint in your life. You're at some sort of ranking where you get to call judgment, which is fine and dandy. But Leo, if you're wanting or seeking attention from another person and you're holding something over somebody else, that's not okay. If they're doing it to you, that's not okay. When it comes to this authority figure's energy, this is passed down to you from your ancestors, okay? Means they went through a lot of shit to get to where they are. And if they did not, that means that they used other people to get into that position. But when it's spiritual, it's a whole other kind of law. And it's energetic. Energy doesn't lie. Energy does not lie. No matter how much other people or whatever, try to fake our emotions or whatever, when it comes to our energy, it doesn't lie. And even those that try to siphon from other people, destiny swap, or do any of that other bullshit, it doesn't stick. They can't carry somebody else's vibrational frequency or their blueprint or their thumbprint or their DNA print or their vibrational frequency print. They can't carry that for the remainder of their entire life. They could fucking try, and there's people that have been taken out purposely for that. But this one, I've never noticed this. It has like magic to it. I've never noticed that at all, just till now. There's like this almost pixie dust sort of look to it. I've never noticed that. There's a lot of magic behind the judgments that are being called with good purpose. There's a lot of choices to be made when you're put in this sort of position to call judgment on others. Make sure you're doing it for good reason. There are consequences though, because if you could see, it's on this book, whether this be the Book of the Dead, the Book of the Living. There's 2 other books too, and I'm not necessarily talking about religion. So this platform that the gavel's hitting, all right, and this is symbolic for Masonic Legion as well. They use this. They use the compass. They use the G. They use the all-seeing eye, which is, again, from ancient Egypt. And there's other ties to that too. They use the pentagram. They use tons of different symbology. But this specifically, this magic hammer that's being put down, this judgment, this making a decision on behalf of somebody else, is on this tiny little platform here, but then it's on top of a book. So when you're using your authority, your judgment, whatever this is, if there's certain things that have yet to come out, I don't feel like what's going to be said is going to be breaking anybody's heart. I don't feel like what's going to be said is, or even though you have the moon out here, the energy I'm picking up on is already, it's already well known, but it's not physically seen. So that which is yet to have the light shone on it, things are done in the dark, or things have been done in the dark, but it doesn't mean that people aren't aware of them. It just means it hasn't been seen yet or brought to light. And that's what this Ace of Swords is, this energy. So if that's your responsibility, please do so. And again, with the handwritten cards, what wants to come out for Leo? Maybe there's a better way I can shuffle. I'm just going to shuffle a bunch of them, have them come out, and I'll read them as I go. For Leo. Not now. Okay, I was going to do that. Plans don't always happen the way you think they're going to happen, so maybe you were going to speak something or say something and then you didn't do it. You are so hot in this energy. This could be your solar plexus, or just very attractive and alluring, or your energy is very, very bright. Okay, you are so hot in this energy. Don't let ego snatch it. Instead, roll with it and keep being your amazing self. Remember that, Leo. You are amazing. You are also the strength card, too. Fearless. Use your heart. And then we've got cardinal and the meaning. The spiritual meaning and the actual physical meaning, too, which has symbolic meaning behind it. Messengers from spiritual realm, balance and endurance, devotion, self-confidence, maintain strength. There's that strength energy. Positive connotations, hope and renewal, connection to loved ones and source. This could be loved ones in the 3D, or this could be spiritually as well. And then on the other hand, for the bird, symbolically it has a black mask, okay, which a lot of cults use as well for masking. And then the symbol for cardinal itself looks like a scale, but it's got the nets, it's got the knots, it's got the shield, it's got the hat. And then for sacral and root chakra, I'll try to put that a little bit closer without it getting fuzzy. So maybe somebody's trying to let you see something a little bit closer, or maybe your memory that you had from the past is coming back in, and you're starting to get some clarity on certain things so you can make certain judgment calls. And we got sacral chakra. To do with the sacral chakra, sexual and creativity. All right, transformation. You could be high in your sacral energy right now. That could be where you came in with the authority, like how you got the authority position by going through or suffering through something. Be fascinated with what sparks your curiosity. Instead of judging harshly, learn more with the intent of under, over, or side standing. And then light a candle for your past loved ones. That would be the cardinal there, usually symbol from the divine that you're being watched over. Okay, someone special. So do it for somebody special with the intent to honor and give thanks. This is somebody that's here or somebody that's passed over. Maybe this is a past loved one, somebody that you lost. You may want to light a candle for them. Just acknowledge them. It's nice too, because past, present, and future, in my opinion, are all playing out at the same time. So when you acknowledge our ancestors or even loved ones that have passed, their bodies may not be here in the physical 3D, but their energy still exists. It's still accessible. That's why there are mediums. That's why certain people can tune into certain frequencies and they can connect and communicate. What is the external? Oh, I've got this one already too for the readings. What is the external of you showing you to help you learn more about what you can heal? So the situation that's developed right now when it comes to you having to make certain decisions, what is it that it's teaching you? What are you seeing outside of you that you can learn that resonates with something internal on a scale of 1 to 10? If you've been punishing yourself quite a bit, this is a side note. Do you think you deserve to suffer? Now you know what to do. If you've been holding back the truth, if you have allowed certain heartaches to do the damage and not done anything about it, or if certain things no longer apply to you. And what I'm picking up here is the energy of like you being hurt so many times that the heart, it's almost not coming into play when it comes to certain decision making, right? Like I don't want to say brokenhearted. You could have like a pacemaker or something like that. There was some sort of damage there that maybe even other people are aware of, but it just hasn't been spoken out loud. And it's kind of like hindered you to connect in a certain way. So that could be this person you lost to. Light a candle and honor, and just give me a second. This one here, this could be something you're not wanting to do right now. And I don't blame you, Leo, but at some point you're going to have to acknowledge how fucking awesome you are and how far you've come. And despite whether things were kept in the dark or people weren't speaking the truth, there's always time to change. Doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what creed you are. It doesn't mean nothing. So like the whole idea of loving doesn't mean nothing, meaning like you're detached. So that would be detachment. But yeah, it doesn't matter what color you are, what background, what ethnicity, what culture, what fucking religion. It doesn't matter where you come from, right? Thank your highest self, highest me, inner child, shadow side for always protecting me with true love unconditionally. Ultimately, when you're going to make certain judgments for other people, you have a huge impact on their life. So you want to make sure you're doing it from a not so heart chakra broken energy here. And normally that'd be in the upright, but because it's in the reverse, this almost seems like something you want to avoid. Like, yeah, you don't want to look at it. part of what you went through could be part of your legacy. So whatever you suffered through. You could be not speaking to 3 people specifically that had something to do with this. And maybe you put it in the past. You don't want to deal with it. Regardless, you're going to have to speak the truth. This Ace of Swords is pretty powerful energy. And it's reminding me of this coin. It's giving me the whole, if you flip a coin, what decision do you make? Heads or tails? Why do they say that? What's the meaning behind heads or tails? I'm going to find that out right now, and I'm going to pause it, save some time. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. It's popping out to me. All right, so some of the earliest known coins were found in the ruins of Lydia in modern-day Turkey. These coins date back to 600 BC, and then I scroll up to the origin. Heads or tail originates from the practice of using coin flips to make decisions dating back to late 1600s, when English coins typically referred or featured the head of a monarch. The first recorded use of tails referred to the reverse side of the coin appeared in 1684 comedy by Thomas Otway. Otway? Earthway. Over time, coin tossing became a common method for making choices, leading to the phrase becoming synonymous with the decisions based on chance, while the exact origin of the idiom is not definitively recorded. So that's what I originally wanted, the origin of how it started. But it refers to the expression used to toss a coin to decide between 2 alternatives. So that could be where you're at right now. Do I decide to tell the truth or do I not? That which is hidden, I may be aware of, or other people may be aware of, but it's not come to the light. They are inviting another person to choose one side of the coin, which would be based on free will as well, with heads typically representing the side with a portrait and tails representing the opposite side. So if you are allowing somebody else to call the shots, they get to call heads or tails. They're using their free will. Your free will is based off of spiritual. What would that word be? Would be spiritual inevitability. So are you going to call the shots, or are you allowing somebody else to call the shots? Then when it comes to calling heads or tails, are you leaving it up to chance, or are you going to take initiative to speak the truth and do what you need to do? And Monarch came in there too. The name Lydia could be significant. It was spelled with a Y, L-Y. What else can we get here? Past life oracle. What is the reoccurring? Ships. Interesting. Coins and ships. This whole idea of pirates. Navigating. Which way you're going to go. What are you taking with you? Okay, Leo. What are you going to do when it comes to deciding what you take aboard? When it comes to coins even. How much are you going to keep? How much are you going to divvy up with the rest of the people on the ship? I'm getting this whole idea of not mutiny, but having to decide to whom the riches or the spoils go to. Moon energy, even he's in this little boat. He or she is in this little boat. You may have a method of staying above the water, and when I say that, I mean emotions. You may have a method of, and then gold would be sun too, which is Leo. That would have to do with the inner child. Can we get one more card here for tarot? A little clarity on this whole situation. Overall. Avoiding the 9 of Swords. So avoiding any form of loss or avoiding some sort of heartache. Avoiding looking at a situation, or this is past tense, 9 of Swords, just before betrayal. So it's a loss of something. Avoiding loss, avoiding heartbreak, but then you have the Ace of Swords here. It's a due diligence. If this was your gift and you were given this, Leo, you're going to have to speak the truth. You're going to have to do what you need to do. You can't just man the ship by yourself. You could try, unless it's just your vessel. Even then, you need divine guidance. You need direction. You need to go with the flow. You need to listen to the waters. You need to listen to the stars. You need to listen to the air, which is information. There's a lot at play here. Can we get a bit more for Leo? A little bit unfulfilled, maybe. That would be because you're avoiding what you're supposed to do. Sounds nuts. A little salty. Somebody could be a little bit salty. If somebody's salty or sour, or says something salty or sour, eat something salty or sour and transmute that negative energy into positive energy. Catch my drift. Stage. An elevated platform on which the theatrical performances are exhibited. So you could be dealing with a lot of people that perform, or maybe you yourself have been performing up to this point. A place of action. This is also authority figure. Okay. A halting place, a distance between two stopping places. This could be ports. Degree of progression. Point reached. So this is a stage that you've reached, okay? Call it an impasse, call it reach that bridge when you get to it, call it crossroads, whatever you want to call it. You've reached a certain level now. To put upon the theatrical stage, you're going to have to make maybe even a dramatic decision. What else got here? Iconoclast. Am I saying that right? It breaks it down. Iconoclast. A breaker of images. One who attacks cherished beliefs. So you could be a little bit different when it comes to your role that you play in this. Maybe your approach has been different compared to other people, or maybe it's been very similar to what other people have done. So a reoccurring cycle. People that sweep stuff under the rug constantly, never learn the lesson, and then have to repeat the cycles. And that's not what I expect from you, Leo. Or maybe somebody's doing this to you. Maybe it's the Sagittarius. Where was that? Ignorance. No, but the iconoclast. Yeah, breaker of images. You could be a curse breaker too, or just breaking what would be the mold or the normal image of what one expects. And then one who attacks cherished beliefs. So this could be somebody that has attacked your beliefs and how you see things, or this is how you feel at this time. You feel like you're being attacked in some sort of way, or this is also what you could have done to other people too. Out of the whole not wanting to have any loss or heartache. Not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying, can we get a little bit more evidence here? Evidence. Get a little bit more clarity. It's funny, you got ships and boats. So don't worry, receiving what you need in due time, progression, arriving, moving on, closure of issues. That's what's sticking out to me. This whole idea of receiving what you need when you need it, and closure of issues is what's popping out to me in the text. By speaking the truth. And then we have butterfly, also symbolic of monarch. Also symbolic of monarch. Relationship evolving to the next phase. This could be a new elevation of your own relationship to self and divine union, divine connection, and healing the inner child and growth. All about this. If you're new to my channel, I'm all about the inner child healing. It's very important. It's a very good point. The little boys and girls that internally inside of you, your inner child, they need your help. So you kind of need to parent yourself in ways that you weren't parented in a good way. So if you had anything lacking because they had no means to do it for you, then when you're an adult and you have the decision-making skills and the coping skills to do it, you can retrain your brain to feel safe and comfortable. And you can also heal the inner child by loving yourself as unconditionally as possible. This stepping up to the next level. Boats, ships, a lot to do with emotion and boats. Stand still. You've had a lot of patience. You waited long enough. If you or somebody else needs to speak, please do so, or forever hold your peace. And if you're not at peace, then I would suggest that you speak. If you need guidance on what to say, you will be given guidance. Just ask. You will receive what you need at the time you need it. People around you may pull on your energy more if they sense you may still be healing. Focus on tasks at hand. Then we got lilac. Scent. Ooh. Scent is in itself, you may have sense of your partner or something like that. Or your partner. I got that image of the brain and the head being Saturn with the halo. For some reason around the male. I don't know if it registers on this. You're gonna make me look crazy. Make me look nuts. There's like the halo around the man's head. There's a battle between man and woman. Sometimes it's a balance between the two. So that'd be your duality, yin and yang. I seen an image of the frequency of yin and yang. It was so cool. If this is legit and it's not AI or anything, it looks like yin and yang pattern, and it's based off of a frequency specifically. Excuse me. And then when I was talking about scent, there's certain things like lilac or something like that that can remind you of your partner, or remind you of a specific person, a specific age, a specific moment in life. Scent is in itself information. Also can be used as protection and the portal of the unseen. Pay attention closely. So your ancestors are guiding you. Your divine spiritual guides are telling you. Scent is important here. Let me get some runes because this is almost finito. Elder Firthark, you can look these up. They all have different meanings. Hopefully this doesn't cut off. Please give me some time here. Maybe you're needing some time. Throat chakra. That's intense. Redo, movement. Okay, so they have multiple meanings. This is redo. And then we have Wunjo. That's good, good sign. Multiple meanings, like I said, look them up. Elder Firthark. And then we have Isis. Did I not say that? I did. Stand still, Isis. So you're like standing off with either yourself and the decision you have to make or other people. And we have blank one. So the moon energy. 2 for 2. 2 moons from now. Or maybe it's been 2 moons and you're making this decision now. Next phase. Healing inner child growth. Receiving what you need by speaking the truth. Remember to love you. Please do. Even if you seem a little nuts. It's okay. I love you.